Grade 7s, I hope you guys had a wonderful weekend and welcome to your Monday math lesson. So we are starting a little bit of a new unit. We are getting into geometry with angles. So the one for today is actually going to be pretty simple. We are going to go over 4 different types of angles, and the worksheet you're going to have to work on is basically label the different types of angles. So I'm going to go over what these different types of angles are, what they're called, and basically how you would label them. And that will be it. So it should be pretty simple today. And I'll show you some tricks also how to remember what these different types of angles, how to remember the different types of angles. So our first angle right here, it looks like a V with a little line here. This is called an acute angle. So it looks like this, acute angle. And an acute angle is 2 lines, and then this would be the angle right here. That's what this little round part signifies. It's the angle itself. It's less than 90 degrees. So 90 degrees is this one right here, and it has this box shape usually. So 90 degrees is like a line that goes straight up and down, and a line that goes straight side to side. It's that angle right there where they meet. So it's a perfect angle. Acute angle is something that's less than 90 degrees. So it can be this small, it could be that wide, but usually it's between something that's really tiny like that and as wide as this. So that's an acute angle. And the way to remember that it's an acute angle is it's small, so it's cute. So acute is small, cute. This one right here that goes really out and wide is called an obtuse angle. An obtuse angle is an angle that is wider than 90 degrees. So that one is bigger than this angle right here. So this angle goes straight up and down, straight side to side. This one is wider than that. So it can go like this, it can go like that, it can go just a little bit wider like this, but that's an obtuse angle. The way to remember obtuse is that obtuse sounds like obese. Obese is really big, so it's a really big wide angle. This one right here that I told you about before, that goes straight up and down, straight side to side, is called a right angle. A right angle, instead of having this circular part here for the angle that we've talked about here and here, it will usually have a little box instead. The box means it's a right angle. So the little box tells you that it's a right angle right off the bat. So that way you don't have to look really, really carefully like, isn't it acute or obtuse? Because otherwise you'd have to look really, really carefully and be hard to tell. The right angle will have that box to tell you right away it is a right angle. So that means the line goes straight up and down and straight side to side. Sometimes you'll see the angle look like this, but it'll still have that little box. So even though this line isn't going straight to side to side, and this one's not going straight up and down, it does have that box to tell you. So it can look like this, it can look like this, it can look like this, but they will usually have that little box there. Okay? Our last one right here is called a straight angle. A straight angle means it is a straight line that has this half circle that goes around it. So it can look like this, it can look like this, but that means that it is a straight angle. It means there's no bend in the angle. It is a perfectly straight line and it just has that semicircle around it to show you that it is a straight angle. And those are the 4 different types of angles. So I'm going to give us a couple and we're going to try to label them together. So we have this one right here. We have this one. We have this one. We have this one. We're going to put a couple over here. here. So we are going to label all these colors. What I'm going to do to make this easier is green is for a straight angle. So we are going to circle all the straight angles a light green. Yellow is for acute. Red is for obtuse. And light blue will be for right. All right, so I have my blue ready. We need to find all the right angles. The right angles are the ones that have that little box in the corner to show you that it's a right angle. So where are my angles that have that little box around it? I see this one right here, and I see that one right there. Do I see any other ones? Well, that one looks like it could be a right angle. However, it has a round thing around it, not the box. So I know it has to be, it can't be a right angle because it has to have a box that would look like that. But in this case, it does not. So those are all my right angles. Now let's do my obtuse angles. My obtuse angles are the ones that are wider than 90 degrees, but they're not completely straight. They're just big and wide. So I see one here that's big and wide. I see another one right here. These ones are really big and wide. However, that's a straight line. There's no bend in that line. So that means it can't be an obtuse angle. This one here was the one that was a little bit tricky before. However, if I'm looking carefully, that doesn't look like it's more than 90 degrees. It looks like it's probably a little bit less. So I know it can't be an obtuse angle. My next one is my acute angle, which is in yellow. Remember, acute is a small angle, so that's why it's acute, and it's one that's less than 90 degrees. So I'm going to circle all those yellow. This one is definitely acute because it's very small. That one looks pretty small too, so that one is acute. This one here looks like it's a little bit less than 90 degrees because I know it can't be obtuse because it has to be wider than that. So this one is acute. And I think that's all of them. And my last one is my straight angles, and what's left is these lines that go straight up and down, and there's a half circle that go around them to show the angle. I know those are my straight angles. And there we go. So the worksheet that you're going to have is actually just going to give you the angles already. You just have to write if it's a straight angle, acute, obtuse, or right. And that's all you have for today. So should be hopefully pretty easy, but if you have any questions, email me, let me know. And I will see you guys on Wednesday. Remember to be taking care of yourselves and be doing something for yourselves that's really nice, like doing a hobby or FaceTiming friends or things like that. Because I know it is really difficult being at home all the time right now, not being able to see your friends. So make sure that you're taking some time whenever you can just to do something fun for yourself. Whether it's watching an episode of a TV show on Netflix or something that you really like, or even just looking at memes on the internet. I don't know. But just make sure that you are doing something for yourselves and setting aside a little bit of time just to do something nice for yourself. Otherwise, I'll see you guys Wednesday, and I hope you have a fantastic Monday.